Dear my students, today in this video lecture we can discuss about the triac characteristic and operating modes. Right? First one, give my self introduction. Myself Professor R.B. Vagasia, working as an assistant professor in EC Electrical Department, Dr. Subhas Technical Campus. Right? Now we can start these video lectures. In these video lectures we can discuss about the introduction of triac, construction of triac, operation of triac, VI characteristic of triac, application of triac, merit and demerit of triac, and testing of triac. Now first question is that what is triac? Triac is nothing but it is a combination of two words. One is the triode for alternating current. Again I repeat, dear my student, triode for alternating current. From triode we take the first three characters tri, and for alternating current we are taking AC. So it is the combination of these words and we are getting the triac. The name of this device is triac. Triac is nothing but it is a 5-layer 3-terminal power semiconductor device. Triac is a 5-layer and 3-terminal power semiconductor device. In case of the transistor, we know that is a 3-terminal and 3-layer device, right? So triac is 5-layer and 3-terminal semiconductor device. It has a pair of phase control SCR connected in inverse parallel manner of the same chips. It is a bidirectional device, means it can be conduct a current in both the direction, right? So we all know about that, what is a unidirectional device and what is the bidirectional device. In case of the unidirectional device, current can be flow either electrons or a holes. But in case of the bidirectional device, the current can be flow by both hole as well as electron. So triac is the bidirectional device, right? Now it can be conduct in both the direction, that it is whether the applied the gate signal is positive or a negative, it will be conduct. That is the major advantage of the triac. Physically, triac does not compromise the two thyristor connected in parallel. Its only function as a two inverse parallel connected thyristor on AC. The triac is not designed for the work on DC. The triac is maximum rating of 16 kilowatt is available. So that is the basic working principle of the triac. So main major advantage is and major basic construction is triac is the 5-layer and that is the 3-terminal semiconductor device. It is the bidirectional switch and that is the current can be flow in both the electrons as well as holes, right? Now the basic symbol of the triac, right? Now we know that that triac is the 3-terminal device. The name of these 3 terminal is terminal 1, terminal 2 and gate, right? And that is a physical symbol of the triode. A triac has 3 legs. Now the construction of the triac. Two SCR silicon control rectifier are connected in inverse parallel with gate terminal are common. Barabar? So we have to connect the two SCR in inverse parallel manners, and the gate terminal of both the SCR are common, right? So in given below figure we have to taken the gate terminal are common and the remaining two terminal MT1 and MT2 that will be a different for the two SCR. Gate terminal is connected here, that gate terminal is common. Here the gate terminal is connected to both N and P region due to which gate signal may be applied, which is irrespective of the polarity of the signals, right? So that here we do not have anode and cathode, since it work both the polarities, which means the device is bilateral, right? So in other semiconductor device that have the anode and cathode, here is not a anode and cathode, right? Here is the MT2 and MT1 terminal, right? So that that is a bilateral device. It consists of three terminal, namely main terminal 1, main terminal 2, that is our main terminal 1, that is our main terminal 2, and third one is gate, right? So that is the basic construction of triac. Now that is the triac equivalent circuit. Dear my students, previously I have discussed about the triac is nothing but it is a two connected SCR, right? And both the SCR have three layers, right? So that is our MT2 terminals, that is our MT1 terminals. So that both the SCR have a sorted to that last layer for MT1 and MT2, and that is our gate terminals, right? So that is a physical construction of this triac. Now we find the equivalent of two thyristor analogies. So we have to use the one thyristor, second thyristor, and in both the case we have to use the MT1 and MT2 terminal, that is the equivalent, and connected the symbol of the triac is, that is our MT1 terminal, MT2 terminal, and that is our gate terminals, right? Now the triac operation. The triac can be turned on by applying the gate voltage higher than the breakover voltage. However, without making the voltage high, it can be turned on by applying the gate pulse for 35 microseconds to turn it on. When the voltage applied is less than the breakover voltage, we use the gate triggering method to turn it on. Barabar? So that gate triggering method is most applicable when that voltage applied is less than the breakover voltage, right? There are four different modes for operating the triodes. Triode can be worked with the four different operating mode. First one, in first case, when MT2 and gate begin positive with respect to MT1, right? MT2 and gate terminal both are the positive with respect to MT1. That is the first case. What happen in this way? The current flow through that path PN1, N1, P2 and N2. Here P1 and N1 and P2 and N2 are forward bias, but the junction N1 and junction P2 are reverse bias, right? So we have to decide the junction, and according to that condition of junction we have to decide that either it is a forward bias or a reverse bias. Forward bias means if the positive voltage is applied to P layer of PN junction diode and negative terminal of battery is connected with the N layer of PN junction diode, so it is a forward bias. In case of the reverse bias, if P layer has connected with the negative terminal of the battery and N region is connected with the positive terminal of battery, so it is known as a reverse bias. So that that P1 N1 and P2 N2 are two junction are forward bias, and N1 and P2, that is a reverse bias. That, dear students, we all know about that in case of the forward bias that can be work as a closed switch, and in case of the reverse bias that can be work as a open switch. The triac is said to be operate in positively biased region. Positive gate with respect to MT1 forward bias, P2, N2, and a breakdown occurs. Right? Now the second mode. In first mode, that MT2 and gate are the positive with respect to MT1. Now in second mode, when MT2 is positive but gate is negative with respect to MT1. In first mode, both are the positive with respect to MT1. So current flow through that path P1, N1, P2 and N2. But P2 and N2 is forward bias and current carriers injected into P2 on triacs when MT2 and gate are negative with respect to MT1. So current flow through the path, that path is P2 N1, P1 N4, right? So two junction, that P2 and N1 and P1 and N4 are forward bias, but the junction P1 and P2 is reverse bias, right? The triac is said to be negatively biased region. Now that way, when next mode for the operation of triac, when MT2 is negative but gate is positive with respect to MT1. The P2 and N2 is forward bias. As that condition, the current carrier are injected so that triac is turned on. The mode of operation has a disadvantage. It should not be used for the higher value of di by dt circuits. The sensitivity of triggering in mode 2 and mode 3 is high, and if marginally triggering capacity is required, the negative gate pulse should be applied. Triggering in mode 1 is more sensitive than mode 2 and mode 3. In mode 1, the terminal T2 is positive and device switch on by positive gate current pulse. In mode 2, the terminal 1 is positive and the switch on by negative gate current pulse. A triac is more economical than a pair of SCR in antiparallel and control in simpler. Now this is the basic VI characteristic of triacs. So in x-axis we are taking the voltage and y-axis we are taking the current, right? So that is the current and that is the value of voltage. So if we can increase the voltage in positive direction, that means that is the voltage VMT1, and that can be goes to that occur on state SCR1 conducting due to that M2 to positive, right? So in second case, that one is SCR conducting on state, right? That is our third quadrant, barabar ne? Due to that MT2 is negative. So now that conclusion of this characteristic of triac, the triac characteristic is similar to the SCR, but it is applicable to the both positive and negative triac voltage. The operation can be summarized as follow. In first quadrant, the operation of triac. Voltage at terminal MT2 is positive with respect to terminal M1, and gate voltage is also positive with respect to first terminal. The second quadrant operation of triac, the voltage at terminal 2 is positive with respect to terminal 1, and gate voltage is negative with respect to terminal 1. In third quadrant operation of triac, the voltage terminal 1 is positive with respect to terminal 2 and gate voltage is negative, right? So that in fourth quadrant operation of triax, the voltage terminal 2 is negative with respect to terminal 1 and gate voltage is positive. This is the operation on 4 different quadrants. Now when the device is turned on, a heavy current flow through the switch. It may be damage the device. Hence, in order to limit the current, a current in limiting resistor should connected externally to it, right? So we can utilize the current limiting resistor, and that the function of this current limiting resistor is limits the currents. By applying a proper gate signal, the firing angle of the device may be controlled. The gate triggering circuit should be used for proper gate triggerings. We can use diode for triggering as a gate pulse. For firing of the device with the proper firing angle, a gate pulse may be applied up to a duration of 35 microseconds. Now this is the characteristic of triax. We have to consider the 4 different modes, right? Mode 1, mode 2, mode 3 and mode 4. In first quadrant, the MT2 is positive and gate current is positive also, right? That is our first quadrant. So that terminal MT2 current is positive and gate current is also positive. In second quadrant, the MT2 current is positive but gate current is negative. In third quadrant, MT2 current is negative and gate current is positive. And last mode, MT2 current is negative and gate current is also negative, right? So now that the characteristic of triac to be continuous, the triac has the 3 terminal, namely main terminal 1, main terminal 2 and gate is shown in figure, right? So that if the MT1 is forward bias with respect to MT2, then current flow from MT1 to MT2. Similarly, if MT2 is forward bias with respect to MT1, then current can be flow from MT2 to MT1. We know about that the current can be flow from higher to lower value. So which one is forward bias? That current can be flow from that forward bias terminal to that reverse bias terminal. The above two conditions are achieved whenever the gate is triggered with as appropriate gate pulse, right? So in this figure, we have to connect the two thyristor analogies, and that is the equivalent symbol of the two thyristor analogies. Now, how we testing the triacs? That is the most important parameters. How we test the triacs? To test the device, the ohm meter lead are connected to MT2 and MT1 terminals. The ohm meter should indicate the no continuity, right? When we are connected the MT1 and MT2 terminals of ohm meter, at that time that can be indicate the no continuity. If the gate lead is touched to MT2, the device should turn on and the ohm meter should indicate the continuity through the triacs. When the gate lead is released from MT2, the device may be continuous to conduct or it may be turned off depending on whether the ohm meter supply enough current to keep the device above its holding current levels. The above mentioned procedure test for the one half of the triacs. To rest of the other halves of the device, the ohm meter lead are connected in reverse direction, right? So that ohm meter lead are connected in first one direction, and after the half testing that can be connected in reverse direction. So ohm meter should indicate the no continuity. If the gate is touched again empty2, the ohm meter should indicate the continuity through the device, right? So now the dear students, the merit and demerit of triacs. First one, merit. It can be triggered with positive or a negative polarity of gate pulse. That is the major advantage of the triac. Either we can apply in the positive or a negative gate pulse during the triggering. So it can be triggered. It requires only a single heat sink of slightly larger size, whereas for the SCR, the two heat sinks should be required for smaller size. If we can use the single heat sink, so that slightly larger side we can utilize, and if use the two heat sink, so that smaller side should be required. It requires a single fuse for the protection. That is the major advantage. We can require the single fuse only for the protection. A safe breakdown in either direction is possible, but the SCR protection should be given with parallel diode, right? Now the demerit, otherwise disadvantage of the triac. Well designed RCS number is required for the protection. That is the biggest disadvantage of the triac. The applied dV by dt rating is lower, so it is difficult to use with inductive load. If we can apply the inductive load and the rating of dV by dt is lower, so it is very difficult to apply the inductive load. The gate current sensitive is poor. The turn-off time is longer due to the minority carrier storage effect, right? So that is the four major disadvantage of the triacs. Now the application of triac. It can be utilized in light limping. It can be also utilized in heating control. Triac can be also utilized application types motor drives. It is also used in solid state relay with typically 50 to 60 Hz supply frequency. It is a use in control circuit. It is a use in high power lamp switching. It is a use in AC power control circuits, right, dear students? So that is the basic application of triacs. And now if you have any question, then ask.